Welcome to our channel. Today, we're about to discover some pretty mind-blowing stuff. A tiny flying gadget with a camera can show you the world from a bird's perspective, but drones are more than just fancy toys. In this video, we'll reveal 25 sights caught on drones like you've never seen before. So, make yourself comfortable and let's get into it. Number 25. Exploring ghost towns. Let's journey to Bodie, a ghost town in California, through the lens of a drone. Bodie sprung up in the 1860s, born from the fever of the gold rush. It owes its existence to William Bodie, who struck gold here, only to meet his end in a brutal snowstorm. At its peak, by 1876, Bodie buzzed as the second most bustling city in the state, complete with saloons, entertainment spots, its own railway, a printing press, and a school. However, it was also known for its lawlessness and high crime rates. As quickly as it rose, Bodie declined. The gold veins ran dry, and by 1917, the decision was made to tear down the railway. The 1930s brought a devastating fire that wiped out much of the town. Fast forward to the 20th century's close, and Bodie found new life as a historic park. Efforts were made to preserve what remained, offering visitors a glimpse into the Wild West of the late 1800s and early 1900s. Thanks to the artistry of Californian videographers Russell Brown and Aaron Grimes and their GoPro-equipped drone, the beauty and desolation of Bodie are now accessible to all. Number 24. Inside the tornado. Tornadoes are mesmerizing yet destructive forces of nature, with their power to obliterate almost anything in their path. These twisters can span up to 40 meters over water and a staggering 3 kilometers over land, racing at speeds between 40 and 60 kilometers per hour. However, it's inside the tornado where the real chaos unfolds, with winds reaching up to 1,300 kilometers per hour, turning any entrapped debris into mere fragments. The inner dynamics of tornadoes remained a mystery until recent advancements in drone technology. The Saildrone Explorer SD-1045, specifically designed to withstand severe weather conditions, has made it possible to collect meteorological data from within these fierce storms. This drone has braved the heart of tornadoes, enduring extreme conditions to gather valuable information, enhancing our understanding and forecasting of these natural phenomena. In 2019, an extraordinary endeavor by Reed Timmer, an extreme meteorologist, showcased the power of drones in storm chasing. Initially planning to film a Nebraska tornado from a safe distance, Timmer found himself directly in the path of the twister. Instead of seeking shelter, he courageously directed his drone into the tornado. The drone captured intense footage of swirling winds and debris, providing a rare inside look at the tornado's ferocity. This daring footage, quickly shared across social media platforms, has given us a unique perspective on the destructive beauty of tornadoes. Number 23. The Loneliest Tree. Soaring high above, a drone captured the sight of a tree standing all by itself on a tiny island in the middle of the Dead Sea. This isn't just any tree. It's a spectacle of nature that sparks curiosity and wonder. Nestled on a salt island in the Israeli part of the Dead Sea, this lone tree is a sight that seems almost magical through the lens of a camera. Now, you might think you want to see it for yourself, but here's where the adventure begins. Finding this tree isn't a walk in the park. The Dead Sea is peppered with many salt islands, and there's a lot of wrong info out there, making the exact spot of this tree hard to pin down. If you're determined to visit the Dead Sea lone tree, brace yourself for a swim that's anything but ordinary. The Dead Sea's saltiness plays tricks on you. Despite how close the island looks, getting there is tough. The water's high salt content makes your legs pop up to the surface, making it hard to move forward. Even trying to float on your back and paddle isn't easy. You'll find yourself doing extra work with your arms just to keep going. And don't forget, the wind can push you off course without warning. After what feels like an epic battle with the sea, taking about 20 minutes for a strong swimmer, you finally make it. Stepping onto the island, you're greeted by the iconic sight of the solitary tree. It's a moment of triumph and awe, a rare experience that makes all the effort worth it. Number 22. Bird swallowed by giant glory hole. In a heart-stopping moment captured at Lake Berryessa Reservoir in Napa County, Northern California, a bird found itself in a precarious situation. The bird, gliding over the water, got caught in the pull of a massive drain, known locally as the glory hole. This 200 feet deep spillway is crucial for controlling the reservoir's water levels. Rick Fowler, the lake's water resources manager, using a drone, managed to capture the tense moments as the bird was sucked into the vortex and vanished from sight. If the drone didn't capture this, no one would believe it. The footage sparked a flurry of speculation about the bird's survival, with many fearing the worst. The daunting drop and the powerful water pressure led experts to believe the bird didn't make it. Contrary to these grim predictions, the eyewitness to this dramatic event had a different story to tell. He was convinced that the bird, which he identified as a cormorant, miraculously survived its ordeal. According to him, after a suspenseful wait, the bird rocketed out of the spillway, shook off the dramatic plunge, and took flight once again, soaring freely. Number 21. Mountain climber scales a cliff face. Via Ferrata translates from Italian to iron path, and it's an adrenaline-pumping adventure that blends mountain climbing with the safety of a constructed course. These routes are equipped with steel rebar steps, handholds, and safety cables firmly anchored into the rock face. These aren't your average hiking trails. Climbers gear up with harnesses and helmets, clipping onto these lifelines that guide and protect them every step of the way. And with expert guides there to offer advice and encouragement, even those new to climbing can tackle these peaks with a burst of confidence. Now, imagine seeing all this from above. Thanks to drones, we get to witness these daring ascents like never before, offering us a bird's-eye view of climbers navigating these breathtaking paths. This mix of adventure, where climbing meets hiking, often throws in a bit of everything: ladders, narrow ledges, and even swinging bridges. The origin of Via Ferratas is as fascinating as their views. They were first created during World War I by Austro-Hungarian and Italian troops to move soldiers through the mountains. Fast forward to the 1960s, and these paths have transformed. No longer just military routes, they've become a hit with thrill seekers across Europe and the US, with hundreds of these iron ways inviting adventurers to explore heights in a whole new way. It's a blend of history, nature, and adrenaline that makes Via Ferratas a must-try for anyone looking for a challenge. Number 20. Mysterious creatures gliding over a lake. A drone captured a large, shadowy figure that could be seen moving under the water, obscured slightly by the ripples. This footage has led some viewers to wonder if they've caught a glimpse of a creature similar to the Loch Ness Monster. In another unexpected encounter, a drone flying over cornfields captured a sight straight out of a horror story. A person dressed as a clown, with bright red hair, locked eyes with the drone before bolting into the thick woods. While not a creature of myth, the presence of a clown alone in a cornfield suggests a scenario pulled from a horror film, leaving us to ponder the intentions behind such a peculiar and unsettling choice of location. Moreover, one drone operator may have done what many thought impossible, capturing a creature resembling Bigfoot on film. The footage shows a large, unusual being that, upon noticing the drone, quickly retreats into the forest. Intriguingly, there had been no previous sightings of such a creature in that area. Number 19. Army of Crabs. In North Queensland, Australia, a remarkable sight awaits on a pristine beach, where an army of male light blue soldier crabs, scientifically known as Mycteris longicarpus, make their presence known. These crabs thrive in the transitional zones of mangroves, beaches, and estuaries, feeding on detritus. They have an intriguing way of eating, forming their meals into tiny, rounded pellets from the sand they discard. Captured by a drone, these soldier crabs were seen forming massive groups as they moved across the beach at low tide. This gathering into large armies is thought to be a strategic move, a way to protect themselves against any looming threats. As you watch them closely, you'll notice an intriguing behavior. Some crabs suddenly disappear, burrowing into the sand. This is their way of hiding, waiting for the danger to pass or for the tide to go out, showing a glimpse into the fascinating life and survival tactics of these unique creatures in their natural habitat. Number 18. Lost boy found. In an incredible turn of events, a 3-year-old boy named Anthony, who is nonverbal and has autism, was found safe after being lost for 3 days in the Australian wilderness. Anthony vanished from his home in Putty, New South Wales, sparking a massive search operation. Hundreds of volunteers, emergency services, and various agencies came together in a united effort to find him. After 3 days filled with anxious searching, a police helicopter crew made a breakthrough discovery. They spotted Anthony sitting in shallow water in a creek bed, not very far from where he went missing. The footage captured during the rescue shows the young boy hydrating himself from the creek. Miraculously, he was in good health, although he had endured ant bites, diaper rash, and some abrasions through his ordeal. Number 17. Sinkholes. Drones, our eyes in the sky, have unveiled the mysterious and often perilous world of sinkholes like never before. These massive ground voids, which can appear without warning due to natural occurrences or human activities, have long captivated and concerned us. Whether formed from intense rainfall, drought, or the collapse of subterranean mines, Sinkholes vary immensely in size and shape, manifesting across diverse environments from deep oceans to arid deserts. Some are watery pits, while others boil with lava. The drone's capability to hover and maneuver above these unpredictable voids has transformed our understanding and appreciation of them. Take, for instance, the Dragon's Hole in the South China Sea, the world's deepest sinkhole, plunging over 300 meters deep, or the Darvaza gas crater, known as the Gateway to Hell, burning for decades in the Karakum Desert. These are sights that many would deem unbelievable, yet drones have captured them in stunning clarity, unveiling the depths of the Earth's surface in ways never seen before. Number 16. Drone catches arsonist in the act. In Italy, while investigating wildfires, forest rangers made a surprising discovery with the help of a drone. This drone, flown over regions known for previous fires, caught an arsonist red-handed. It filmed a person lighting a fire in the woods with a lighter and then walking away as if nothing happened. The footage led Italy's Forest Protection Unit, the Carabinieri Forestale, to promptly apprehend the suspect found not too far from the scene. The incident took place near Montorio, about 30 miles northeast of Naples. Firefighters quickly responded and managed to put out the blaze before it could spread further. Despite the quick action, the fire had already destroyed around 5 acres of land, including pasture and woodland. The individual caught, a 50-year-old farmer who raises sheep and goats, was arrested, although his name was not disclosed by the authorities. Number 15. Polar bear in buildings. In the remote reaches of Russia, a drone caught an unexpected sight at an abandoned weather station in Kukin within the Chikaka Autonomous Okrug. Here, polar bears have made a home among the ruins. This unique moment was discovered by wildlife photographer Dmitry Kuch during his journey to Wrangel Island. This island isn't just any place. It's a UNESCO-recognized nature reserve, serving as a sanctuary for polar bears. Dmitry, fueled by his love for capturing the natural world through his lens, was on a mission to photograph polar bears in their wild surroundings. His adventure led him to the striking scene where the boundary between human abandonment and wildlife resilience is vividly captured. It's fascinating to learn that polar bears are considered marine mammals by scientists. This classification comes from the bear's life on ice floes far from solid ground, showcasing their adaptation to the aquatic environment with features like webbed paws. Number 14. Drone captures rarely visited area of Arizona. Dive into the captivating world of Arizona's Vermilion Cliffs National Monument, a place that's far less trodden than its famous neighbor, the Grand Canyon. Through the lens of filmmaker Tristan Gresco and his trusty quadcopter rigged with a GoPro, we're taken on a breathtaking aerial voyage to the White Pocket area. This secluded gem remains a secret to the masses, with its visitation limited to the adventurous few. Every year, only a handful of explorers make the journey to witness its beauty. Faced with the challenge of gaining access, the area enforces a strict cap, allowing just 20 individuals to tread its paths daily. White Pocket, hidden within the expansive desert that straddles Utah and Arizona, is particularly hard to reach. The journey there tests the determination of travelers, requiring them to navigate through vast fields of deep sand with hardly any road markers to guide them. Despite the national park's restrictions on drone use, Tristan navigates the rules with care, aiming to disturb as little as possible while capturing the stunning landscapes that define the American West. Number 13. Humpback whales bubble net feeding. In the icy waters of the Antarctic Peninsula, a drone captured an extraordinary display of nature, humpback whales performing bubble net feeding. This remarkable footage showcases these majestic marine giants working together in harmony. They swim in a gradually tightening circle, releasing bubbles below a group of krill. This clever tactic corrals the krill upwards, bringing them closer to the surface and making them an easier target for the whales to devour. Krill, tiny but crucial, forms a significant part of the humpback whale's diet, essential for their survival in these cold waters. The Antarctic Peninsula is a critical feeding area for several whale species, including humpbacks. Here, they gather in large numbers to take advantage of the abundant food supply. However, these vital feeding rituals are under threat. The whales find themselves in direct competition with industrial krill fishing operations. These human activities are not just a competition for food. They pose a significant threat to the delicate balance of this marine ecosystem. Number 12. SpaceX rocket launch. SpaceX's drone ship, charmingly named a shortfall of gravitas, caught an incredible sight. It was the Falcon 9 rocket shooting up into the sky, marking its third launch in a mere span of 3 days and 7 hours. This particular launch lit up the evening sky at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, right after the sun dipped below the horizon. The Falcon 9 rocket sliced through the twilight, climbing higher. It burst into direct sunlight, and then something ethereal happened. The rocket's trail, a mix of exhaust from its booster and upper stage, lit up the fading evening sky. This wasn't just any light show. It looked like a gigantic nebula, a jellyfish, or even some kind of glowing sea creature hanging in the sky. This spectacle wasn't just a local event. It was visible for hundreds of miles around, creating a moment of wonder high above the Earth. But here's the kicker. The view we got from a shortfall of gravitas was unlike any other. This drone ship, usually focused on catching Falcon boosters making their return, offered us a front-row seat to this celestial performance. As the rocket's booster made its descent, touching down on the drone ship exactly 9 minutes post-liftoff, we were treated to a nebula-like display unlike any seen before. Number 11. Drone captures a lightning strike. During New York Surf Week in Long Beach, a drone managed to capture an extraordinary event. While documenting the competition, it recorded a moment of nature's fury, a lightning strike hitting the beach. This occurred as a powerful thunderstorm passed over the area on Thursday evening around 5 p.m. The sudden lightning strike came as a shock to 5 people nearby. The drone, flown by Jason Belsky of Film by Air, was hovering about 10 to 15 feet or roughly 3 to 4.5 meters above the water surface off Long Beach when the dramatic scene unfolded. At this height, the drone was in a prime position to catch the precise moment the lightning bolt made contact with the shore, providing a rare and captivating view of the storm's power during the event. Number 10. Winter waves look like a scene out of Frozen. In the midst of biting cold, fierce winds, and towering waves reaching up to 16 feet, the town of Hamburg in Erie County, New York, experienced an extraordinary phenomenon. Homes in the Hoover Beach neighborhood were transformed overnight, with thick layers of ice enveloping them completely. Captured by a drone, this scene appeared as if lifted from the pages of C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia or a moment from the movie Frozen. Residents found themselves in a winter wonderland of sorts, albeit a challenging one, as their houses were coated in ice. Doors and windows disappeared under the icy sheath, with some homes plunged into darkness due to the ice's thickness. Along the shores of Lake Erie, the encasement was so severe that ice built up to 3 feet thick on the exteriors of some houses. This natural spectacle, viewed from above through the lens of a drone, offered a glimpse into the stunning yet surreal transformation brought about by the harsh winter conditions, showcasing a reality that seems almost too extraordinary to believe. Number 9. The brave one on the wind turbine. Wind turbines are built to turn wind into electricity, but some thrill seekers see them as a chance for an adrenaline rush. In one such instance, a drone pilot decided to fly up and check out a wind turbine from above. To his surprise, he spotted a man lying down, soaking up the sun at the very top of the turbine. Considering the turbine stands as tall as a 37-story building at 100 meters high, it's quite a shock to see someone up there without any safety equipment. Just imagine if he had fallen asleep and slipped. The identity of this brave soul wasn't known to the person who filmed the video. He could likely have been someone working on the turbine, choosing to take a daring break from his demanding work. Number 8. Flock of pelicans over the ocean. A drone enthusiast captured breathtaking footage, offering a glimpse into the world of pelicans gliding over the sea. This video gives viewers a pelican's eye perspective on flying with a flock. Using a Phantom 3 advanced quadcopter, the videographer tracked the pelicans on their flight from San Clemente State Beach to Trestles Surf Beach in California. The footage beautifully highlights the elegant flight patterns of these majestic birds as they journey along the California coast. The synchronized movements of the pelicans, coupled with their close encounters with the drone, provide a captivating experience. Viewers are drawn into the scene, feeling as if they're part of the flock, effortlessly soaring over the ocean landscape. Number 7. Large oil spill washing up on the beach. The environmental situation in Mauritius took a serious hit, plunging the island into a crisis. This was after the MV Wakashio, a Japanese-owned oil carrier, tragically struck a coral reef in 2020. The vessel was laden with hefty cargo, including 4,728 U.S. tons of low-sulfur fuel oil, 251 U.S. tons of diesel, and 109 U.S. tons of lubricant oil. It foundered just under 2 kilometers from the Mauritian shoreline. The aftermath of this incident was catastrophic. Drone footage laid bare the extent of the damage, capturing the strenuous cleanup efforts underway. What were once untouched sandy beaches were now smothered under a heavy blanket of oil. The ocean, previously a clear, inviting blue, was now a murky mix of oil and sediment. The visuals from above showed the harsh reality of the spill's impact, highlighting the dire consequences for the environment. Locals and specialists alike were pulled into a desperate race against time, working together to mitigate the disaster and prevent a complete catastrophe. Number 6. Culver Hole. Culver Hole, nestled along the Gower coastline, is a stunning sea cave wrapped in history and mystery, with its origin speculated to be from the 13th or 14th century. This unique location is characterized by a massive 60-foot stone wall that seals the cave, creating an ambience straight out of an Indiana Jones film. Within this imposing structure, about 30 levels of rectangular nesting boxes were carved into the wall, which historically housed hundreds of medieval pigeons. These birds were not just tenants. They were vital for survival, providing meat and eggs during hard times. According to Ben, the head warden of Gower, there are tales of smugglers weaving through Culver Hole's secret passages, adding a layer of intrigue to its history. While some stories hint at it once being a castle, the abundance of nesting boxes suggests its primary function was as a home for pigeons. Folklore even whispers of a hidden tunnel linking Culver Hole to Webley Castle in Port Annan, possibly used for smuggling or as a means for smugglers to communicate using carrier pigeons. This fascinating blend of history, architecture, and mystery makes Culver Hole a captivating subject, immortalized by drone footage that offers a glimpse into its ancient secrets. Today's subscribers pick. This drone-captured image reveals a stunning scene, a vast multitude of people gathered atop a cliff. If the drone didn't capture this, no one would believe it. The cliff itself is a dramatic geological formation, with sheer faces descending sharply to the obscured valley floor below. It's not just a handful of onlookers but a multitude, densely packed and spilling towards the very edge of the steep cliff. The crowd's attire is varied, suggesting a casual, non-uniform gathering, possibly for an event or natural spectacle. The perspective is high and slightly angled, offering a sense of the scale and height of the cliff, as well as the mass of the assembly. The color palette is dominated by the earthy tones of the cliff and the hazy blue of the distant horizon, implying either early morning or late afternoon light. The exact location or reason for the congregation isn't clear, but the image evokes a sense of awe at the natural setting and the human element's interaction with it. Do you think this is real? What could have brought this large group to such a dramatic spot? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Number 5. Drone captures South Carolina flood damage. In October 2015, South Carolina, particularly Moncks Corner, about 45 miles north of Charleston, experienced catastrophic floods. A drone captured the extensive aftermath from the sky, offering a perspective not seen from the ground. This severe weather event was the result of a North American storm complex. It started as a cold front on September 29th and stalled over the Florida-Georgia border by October 2nd, where it met with moisture from Hurricane Joaquin. This combination led to unprecedented rainfall across South Carolina, marking a rare one-in-1,000-year event. The flooding had far-reaching effects, including power outages that impacted nearly 30,000 residents throughout the state, showcasing the powerful and devastating influence of natural disasters. Number 4. Sheep herding patterns from above. Patel, a drone photographer from Israel, has created an enchanting video showcasing the graceful movements of a large sheep flock over 7 months. He captured their journey from winter to summer pastures in the Peace Valley region of Yakum. The flock's numbers swell from 1,000 to 1,700, shepherded by humans and border collies, all visible in the drone footage. To emphasize the beauty of their movement, the video speeds up, revealing the complex patterns the sheep form as they traverse the landscape. Patel shares that he kept the camera stationary for most of the filming, with each scene capturing 4 to 7 minutes of the flock's migration. He discusses the challenge of capturing the flock's behavior, their spread-out grazing, and how they regroup tightly when facing obstacles, like crossing roads. Number 3. Lost dog on cliff. A dog named Figgy had a lucky escape after tumbling down a steep 100-foot cliff at Thor's Cave, a well-known scenic spot in the Peak District. Figgy, a Sprocker Spaniel, was out for a walk with her owner, Kay Williams, when the accident happened. After searching for 2 hours with no sign of Figgy, the mountain rescue team decided to use a drone to help. The drone picked up a heat signal from Figgy, leading a rescuer who rappelled down the cliff to her location. To everyone's relief, Figgy was found alive and without any injuries. Toby Green, a member of the rescue team, was able to safely bring Figgy back. Despite being scared at first, Figgy soon showed her appreciation with plenty of thankful kisses for her rescuers. Number 2. Komodo Dragons. In 2015, a drone soared above Horseshoe Bay, capturing extraordinary footage of Komodo dragons in their untouched environment. These majestic reptiles, native to the Indonesian islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, Gili Matang, and Padar, carry an air of dominance unique to their kind. Despite the drone's presence, the Komodo dragons remained undisturbed, showcasing their usual calm and collected nature. Komodo dragons, the largest living lizards, make their home in the dry savannas and forests of these secluded islands. The drone's eye view provided a rare peek into the lives of these ancient creatures, allowing us to witness their magnificence in the wild, uninterrupted. This unique footage invites us into the world of the Komodo dragon, offering an up-close look at one of nature's most impressive predators, all without disturbing their natural habitat. Number 1. Drone captures a plane landing on an aircraft carrier. This video, captured by a drone, shows a groundbreaking moment in aviation history, the first time an unmanned aircraft, the X-47B developed by Northrop Grumman, landed on an aircraft carrier. This incredible achievement took place on the USS George H.W. Bush, located off the Virginia coast. The drone's landing and takeoff went smoothly, showcasing the potential for future aviation technologies. However, during its third attempt, the drone ran into a problem with its navigation computer. Despite this hiccup, it managed to make a safe landing at NASA's Wallops Island. While the X-47B won't be used in active service, it has played a crucial role as a test platform, paving the way for the Navy's exploration into unmanned aircraft and setting the stage for future advancements in the field. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.